Okay, let's call the meeting to order at 4:31 then. And Pat, would you do the roll call, please?
Yes. Albertine Allen.
What is that noise?
Albertine Allen.
Yeah, if everybody could mute, except when you're talking, that would be great.
Mute.
Albertine
Here.
Allen.
I'm here.
Sorry. Dennis
That's
Carroll.
okay.
Here.
Marty Corley. Bonnie Dimke.
Here.
Diana Gore. Diane.
Here.
Melody Haynes. Judy Lang.
Here.
Nancy Moldenauer.
Here.
Aaron O'Reilly.
Here.
Mary Ellen Quinn. Tyra Robinson Walker.
Here.
You have 8 present. You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. I do want to thank and acknowledge everybody that's here on the call, and we've had really great attendance recently. So thank you all very much for being committed and for also showing up at these important commission meetings that we have. It looks like our next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from last month. That's April 6th, 2021. Would somebody make a motion to approve those minutes, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Okay, Pastor Carroll, did you give the second on that then?
Yes, I did.
Okay, everybody in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody opposed? Okay, minutes pass unanimously. Thank you. Our finance report.
All right, we have that, and there's been very, very little change other than, I believe it was the scholarship. No, I'm sorry, it was the Horizon Bank gift card. Other than that, it's pretty much the same.
So would those have been the gift cards for the prizes for Black History Month?
Correct.
Okay, so what's different about that this month from last month?
Now that I don't know, I'd have to ask Tatanisha about that one.
Tatanisha, can you fill us in on that, please?
Yes. On the previous transaction reports, the cost of the gift cards was accurate, but I forgot to include the purchase fees, which amounted to $22.80. So that is what's different between last month's number and this month's number. I added in the $22.80 that it cost to actually purchase the gift cards.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Could I have somebody make a motion to please approve the $22.80 additional cost to cover the gift cards that were given to the winners of the Black History Month contest?
I'll make that motion to approve.
Thank you, Bonnie.
I second that.
Aaron, thank you for seconding that. All in favor, say aye or just put your hand up in your right-hand corner of your screen.
Aye.
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 Okay. Any opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously also. Thank you very much. And again, Marty and the group of individuals that actually put on our contest this year. I know that Bunny was one of the persons that judged the entries also. And who am I missing that was a part of that team this year? Okay, Marty and Bunny, thank you so very much. It's a great opportunity for our youth to learn something new. And all of us really appreciate your efforts in making that happen every year. Thank
I
you.
believe Mary Ellen helped judge too.
Okay, Mary Ellen, then let's include her in the thank you. Okay, moving on, we're up to our executive director's report. Tatanisha.
Okay. To begin with, I just want to thank Sam Lebesnick. He provided the McDonald's gift certificates for the younger children. All of the entries or all of the submissions and the winners for the categories kindergarten through second, third through fourth, and fifth through sixth, all were given McDonald's gift cards. I have been passing those out. I've had the parents call me to make an appointment to come up to pick up the kids' prizes because the building is currently closed. So Mr. Lebesnick, his assistance was really wonderful in that respect. I did have a hard time. I wish he could have maybe gave us actually gift cards, because I counted 300 gift certificates like 4 or 5 times because I wanted to make sure everybody got their right amount. So I'm counting and I'm counting and then I'm recounting. So that took me about an hour, but that was really wonderful. And I really thank him for that. And I'm also going to write a letter to the Herald, LaPorte Dispatch to recognize his contribution to our contest. Okay.
Have we announced the winners publicly yet, Tatanisha?
Well, I'm going to include that in the press release. I have not done that publicly, but we do have if you want to go to the Michigan City website, all of the winners and their submissions are listed on our website. So I did put all of the posters, I took pictures, and also all of the art projects and all of the actual essays are on our website now. So if you wanted to go over to the website, Michigan City Human Rights page, you can find those individuals, those children's names and their submissions listed.
Thank you for doing that.
No problem. And like I said, I'm going to follow up with a letter to the Herald Dispatch for the people that read the newspaper so that they can see it also, because I just want the kids to get as much recognition as possible, because we didn't get a chance to do our actual ceremony. So I just want the kids to get as much recognition as possible. And the funny thing is that kids, all kids love McDonald's. And when they see the McDonald's gift certificate, you can't tell them anything. They, it's like, McDonald's. So that was really, and I thank Marty for that, but that was really something that really helped the contest. It kind of helped fill that gap of not actually having the public ceremony. Let me see. Our consortium conference is going to be next month. I'm going to be sending out the Eventbrite link to everyone by the end of the week. And the consortium is the Indiana Consortium of State and Local Human Rights Agencies. I'm on the planning committee, and things are really starting to roll to take some momentum. We have a majority of our speakers and our presenters. We have most of them confirmed. Our own Tyra Robinson Walker will do a presentation. She's going to be one of our presenters. And so I'm really happy to hear that. I'm kind of excited because I'm going to be in her workshop. And we were also able to get Director of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, to be one of our speakers. He's not going to be there in person because the federal government still is, I think they have a restriction on travel, but he will be there virtually. He's also going to do a presentation to one of the winners of one of the awards that the consortium sponsors. So he will be there virtually. And I'll also send out, once we get it firmed up, I'll send out a copy of the program so everybody will know when he'll be there.
Well, congratulations on getting what we would consider a Tier A keynoter. Yeah. Thank you. That's great.
Really excited. We're real excited about that. We were kind of wondering, a lot of our presenters are federal employees, so we kind of knew that we were going to have some problems with getting them to be here. But he did, he has a relationship with the person that he is giving the award to is a former employee of his when he was the mayor of South Bend. So they have a relationship, and so he's going to be there for her and be there for us. So we're really excited about that.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Tatanisha, would you remind us what those dates are again, please?
June 8th through June 11th.
June 8th through the 11th?
Yes.
Okay, and then I understand that this is mostly for, state employees and then people that are part of Human Rights Commission. Is this event also open to people from the public that would pay the entrance fee to attend?
Yes. What they've done is they call them different tracks. So they'll have workshops for people on diversity and inclusion. They'll have workshops on law and policy updates. They'll have workshops on civil and human rights advocacy. So they'll have a very different range of different types of tracks depending on what your interests are. And then I think there are going to be 2 luncheons and then a dinner. So there'll be something, if you just wanted to attend a dinner or a luncheon, or if you just wanted to attend a workshop. So there'll be a different price scale for everything.
Fantastic. Thank you for going over all of that, because I knew it was more than just a keynote speaker and the presentation of an award. Yeah, there's various things. So I think everyone will find something to fit them or that they're interested in, whether it's based on their participation on this commission, or whether it's something that they're interested in based on their participation or volunteer work with some other board or commission. So there's everything there. So I'll start sending out the Eventbrite information to everyone by the end of the week, so that you'll have enough time to make your decision about what you want to attend and what you're interested in. Okay, and Tatanisha, thank you for serving on that committee also.
Thank you. And then in the office currently, there is one open charge that I'm actively investigating, that the commission is actively investigating. And then I have 4 pending charges that I'm going to send out to EEOC because they are outside of our jurisdiction. So, I've managed to keep busy the last couple of weeks.
Thank you, and I can tell. Okay, does anyone have any comments or questions for our executive director?
I was wondering, do you need any of us to work with you on something for this consortium?
Well, I'm looking through the notes now, and I may be making some phone calls. So,
Okay.
but I just don't know where yet. Tomorrow, we're scheduled to meet with the audio visual coordinator for Blue Chip Casino, because we're doing a dual conference. We're going to have in-person and virtual, because we understand because of the pandemic, there are certain people that may not be able to attend or are not comfortable enough attending. So we're going to be set up where you can attend virtually and in person. So tomorrow we're going to meet with the AV coordinator to see exactly what that entails and how it's going to work out. And I believe that we're going to get some assistance from our IT department here at the city, just in case we have something happens that, one of us can't understand. I think we're going to get some assistance from our IT department. So I'm just hoping that everything goes well. But if not, I can just make a phone call and have someone come and help us out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm available if you need me.
We're trying to cover all bases.
Yeah. Could I ask people who would be available, could you put your hand up in your corner of your box so that Tanisha can see who she could potentially call directly without contacting all of us?
Okay.
So it's Bunny, Aaron, me,
Judy.
Pastor Carol,
Diana.
Okay.
Diana
Judy.
jumped on.
And
Judy also.
Okay, I got it.
Judy, I'm sorry, I almost called you iPad.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why that shows up like that. Last time it didn't, but I don't know.
Okay, great. And this is really a big deal for Michigan City to be hosting this. It's probably been a couple decades at least since it's been here. So it'd be really great to talk this up with other people in Michigan City that we know could potentially be interested in these sessions and, invite them to attend. That would truly indeed be a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, staff attorney report. Larry.
Yeah, hi, everyone.
Hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Want to apologize for being late, but I just got back from vacation and I could not find the email that had the Zoom invite. So I was just looking through all the old emails and so I finally found one. So anyway.
That was a good vacation.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know if Tanisha would give me a call and say, "Where are you?" But anyway, the only thing I want to talk about is you probably received an email from Nancy. She probably sent it to everyone about the landlord tenant bill that was passed by our legislature. We've talked about it past several months. If you recall, this is in response to the city of Indianapolis passing regulations that affect landlords and tenants, and the Indiana legislature really has been kind of cracking down on Indianapolis. So they passed a law stating that local government entities cannot make any laws or rules or regulations that affect any aspect of the landlord-tenant relationship. And we were concerned with this because we were interested in trying to restart the discussion on our ordinance that did not pass 2 or 3 years ago in regard landlord registration and rental safety inspections. So this was passed by the legislature. It was vetoed by the Republican governor, and then it was sent back to the legislature, which overrode the veto, and the governor signed it into law recently. So we have it now as a law. The good aspect, as far as from my perspective, is that they deleted there were 8 things listed that local government bodies cannot pass rules or regulations on. And the 8th one was any other aspect of the landlord-tenant relationship, any other aspect. So that would include just about everything. And I was concerned about our discrimination ordinance, and obviously this would affect the registration ordinance. So that one was deleted. But you still have the other 7 there, and including in the other seven were rights of the parties. So I'm thinking that rights of the parties would probably fall within this landlord registration ordinance. So it's my thinking that that ordinance, which we did not pass, would not be allowable under the new law. And the law goes back to February, so they made it retroactive to February 17, 2001. So my suggestion for our committee that was looking into this is that we not consider any further, or we not try to push an ordinance until we get some clarification on what's going to happen with this ordinance. As you know, South Bend had an ordinance that was almost going to be identical to ours. We took ours from them. And so I would suggest that we wait and see what happens with their ordinance. We wait and see if that ordinance is considered to be okay, or if it's challenged by the Attorney General's office, which would probably take some landlord in South Bend to bring a lawsuit. And then we could take further action if for some reason it doesn't fall within the rights of the parties, which is pretty broad, if you ask me. So I would say we put this aspect on hold as far as trying to get our council to go back and reenact this ordinance. Any questions? Okay, it's just one of many new laws that our legislature has passed that I don't particularly agree with, but that we need to live with.
Yeah. If I could just make a comment, overall, I saw a lot of decision-making and power removed from municipal and county governments and consolidated under state law. And it happened in various areas. This wasn't the only one that it happened in. So
yeah, there were many, and a lot of it is dealing with Indianapolis, and there seems to be a feud with Indianapolis and the legislature. But there was the environmental impact, the wetlands law that just passed. There, the way judges are selected in Lake County and St. Joe County was changed. So there was a whole bunch. Not just this, and I think it was meant for Indianapolis. They didn't like that Indianapolis law. And so they changed it.
Yeah, they were also going after the Indianapolis mass transit ordinance also. So there seemed to be a lot of animosity between Indianapolis and the state legislature this year.
So it does affect us, and it affects every other municipality, township. This affects the county. This affects everyone. And the state had planned on, and they may still do that, their own state law affecting landlord-tenant. So if that comes out, then that would have precedence. This doesn't affect something like Section 8, or it doesn't affect any other programs that have to do with low-income or moderate-income housing. Those are all separate. This just has to do with the private landlord-tenant relationship.
Yeah, and those other things, Larry, that you mentioned would come under federal law. So then those some
of it would come under federal law, but some of it is also state law. Some of it are state programs. So anything that the state okays is fine. So as long as the state has a law that affects certain areas, then it's okay. But if it's something different, and I don't think that the state has a law that affects registration and things like that. So that's probably a no-no.
Okay, thank you very much, Larry, for bringing us up to date on that, and also very succinctly tying it together for us.
We'll follow it, and if something happens and a court rules that the South Bend ordinance is okay, then we could look at it in the future.
Okay, we're ready to move on to committee reports, and the first one I have here is the Executive Committee, and we did not meet this past month. Special Events Committee, Mary Ellen is not with us today. Tatanisha, is there anything you wanted to mention regarding that, or should we just wait until next month?
Mary Ellen and I talked briefly about having an auction or a silent auction. We're going to meet sometime this month to come up with a way to do it. So she'll probably have a report next month when she returns.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Scholarship Committee, Marty?
Yes, and Mrs. George probably can clarify a little bit too, but I think I talked to Mrs. George and we have maybe possibly 2 scholarship applicants so far. Our deadline is the 14th, so we still have about 2 weeks before the deadline for students to apply. As you guys know, in the past, we've had a lot more applicants than that. So, COVID has not only thrown a twist and a mix into some of our events, but also our children too, due to, in and out of school, and communication process is a little bit different. So I would want to blame it more on COVID than, kids not getting out there. But hopefully before our deadline, we get more applicants because, we've always had great applicants and able to give out money for scholarships. I know no matter what financial state you're in, you can always use some money for school. So hopefully, and we put them out on Facebook and, all the social media platforms where kids would be. So if you all know of any high school or seniors that are in the Michigan City school system or district, I should say, and that means they can go to Michigan City or Marquette, they can apply. They just need to live within the district, which would then make sure that they live within the anywhere around the city limits. So.
Okay. Did that information get out to the counselors at the high school, Marty?
Yeah. So what we do is it's sent out to the counselors. Yeah. Yep. That's who mainly gets it, is the counselors, not the. Because they have an area. I know in the past at the high school they've had an area where they have where kids can come look at all the scholarships that are available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tanisha, I'm wondering if it'd be possible to do a follow-up email with the counselors at the high school, because Marty's right. Those are the professionals that have the most contact with our students and would be more than likely to get applications in.
Okay, I can send it out tomorrow. In fact, I already have a group available because the consortium is also sponsoring a $1,000 scholarship. And anyone who is a graduating high school senior in the state of Indiana is eligible to apply. So I sent information out last week about the scholarship for the consortium. And that one is due, if you know anyone who wants to apply, May 21st.
Okay, thank you very much for doing that. Fundraising committee?
That's me again. So I actually sent out the notes from our meeting last month, but as you all have seen, is our event will be this Thursday, our paint sip. Thank you to Bunny and Aaron and Melody and also Mrs. George for being part of this planning event. But so it's May 7th, this Thursday, from 5:30 to 7:30. We'll be at Fiddlehead. We'll have a paint sip. It is $35 a person or $50 for two people. Aaron has been gracious enough to give us a restaurant for the evening, so everybody could social distance. We were planning on 30 people. As of the last 2 minutes, we have 24 people.
Right.
So we have 6 spots left.
Right.
So if you know anybody that would like to have, actually, I want to say we might not even have that many left. I might have got a couple more emails since then, but we have a couple more spots left. And so it should be a good event. The last one we did with Bunny, who again graciously volunteered her time and gave us some great options. We had a great time, and so I expect the same from this one. One of the things we looked at was that it's a Mother's Day coming up, so we were hoping to catch that pre-Mother's Day crowd who would either wanted to paint a picture as a gift for their mother, or either mothers wanted to celebrate together, or either mother and child wanted to celebrate. Any combination of those. So should be a great event. Looking forward to it. Me and my mom will be there in attendance, so I'll be on my best behavior. So and then if you guys look at the notes and have any questions, feel free. But we've actually also looking at some other things after this event right now. Go ahead, Bunny.
Can I ask you, because I want to make sure I have enough easels, because it makes it so much easier to paint, with the table easels. So will you be sure to keep me posted if it turns out to be more than 24?
Yep. So I was going to contact you tonight because I was at work today. So I just literally got some stuff today. And so I was going to wait till the end of the night and I was going to give you a contact a little bit later. But I will let you know for sure up in advance how many we have.
Sure. And I think, Aaron, you had a question too.
Oh, yeah. I was going to contact Marty, shoot you a text about like the increments of tickets, whether one table purchased 4 tickets or 3 tickets or so on and so forth. That way we can set the tables up accordingly so people can, for the most part, be at their own table for the event.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That is one thing. That's a logistics I never thought of. So whatever you think is best. I know as of the tickets purchased, there's usually groups of people who have purchased. So either 2 tickets, or I had one lady who actually purchased 6 tickets.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, I'm getting 4 tickets.
Okay,
Right,
so
yep, and
between
4.
2 and 4, between
Yeah.
2 and 4, or between 2 and 6, I'm sorry, is
Yes.
there's nothing more than 6?
No, I haven't had no group more than 6 purchase tickets. So.
All right, so that's all.
And also let you all know that I've worked on a little extra on my own. We will have a small like raffle where I have about 3 gift certificates to local businesses that will raffle. I plan on trying to raffle off for maybe raffle tickets $5, and then you can put your ticket in whatever bucket, and then whoever wins, win those things. So far I have leads in FC Nutrition, and I have a call out to somebody else, so we'll see.
Good.
Marty and Bunny and Aaron, thank you so very much for pulling this together. This is really a wonderful event that's going to bring, individuals together with family members and or friends. So thank you. Okay, we're moving on to the SAM Commission update. Pastor Carroll, do you have anything for us?
I have no report for right now.
Okay, thank you very much. We're moving on to the
Nancy, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Could you go back to Sam? I know Pastor Carroll now, but I do have an announcement.
I can do that. Yes, Marty.
Sam, just a quick announcement, because I'm on that commission also. We will be hosting the Social Status Commission will be hosting a town hall meeting reference gun violence here in our community. Our guest speakers will be Chief Campbell, Prosecutor Lake, and then our own commissioner, Mrs. Tyra Robinson Walker, will be our 3 presenters, talking about the gun violence, looking at it from a policing standpoint, prosecution standpoint, and then also a treatment standpoint. So that will be next Thursday, the 13th. It'll be at Pleasant Hill Church from 6 p.m. So it's open to the public. And what we will have is not only will our presenters talk, but we will also be we'll have a Q&A from the public to take some suggestions. And some of my planning is to take some suggestions from the public and then kind of put some things to get down and look at 1 to maybe 4 issues that we can tackle like right away from a community aspect and also from professional aspect to see what we can do about the gun violence in our community. So
Marty, where is Pleasant Hill Church?
Pleasant Hill Church is at 717 East 10th Street. It is right off Michigan Boulevard. If you turn off,
yeah.
Thank you, Marty. I appreciate that. At the meeting, I had some technical difficulties, as you remember, trying to get in. So I did miss that, but thank you for bringing that up.
Yep, no problem.
Moving on to our Education Committee. Tyra, do we have anything for that yet?
No.
No, okay, thank you. And then the Governance Committee, nothing from that. Martin Luther King Committee.
Yes, we actually have begun our planning process. We have already devised a few keynote speakers, MC, and entertainment that we have, had on our list from previous meetings. And so we are going to be reviewing them to see if any of them are available in the upcoming, year. So we've already started to plan looking at MCs, keynote speakers, and entertainment.
Great. Thank you, Tyra, and thank you for serving in that committee for several years in a row. We really appreciate it. LGBTQ Committee, Aaron?
Yes, I have some things. As next month approaches as Pride Month, we unfortunately, due to the rise in COVID cases in our area, had to put some of the events that we had been planning on the back burner. But we do have 3 events that are concrete, and we do have a poster out on the Michigan City Pride Fest Facebook page, as well as our website, which is michigancitypride.com. On Friday, June 4th, and I'm so sorry. Friday, June 4th, from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. is the First Friday show at Uptown Social. It's a free event. It is 21 and older only, but we will feature Welcome to the Other Side, which is the drag troupe that is local here in Michigan City, as well as Sunday, June 13th and the 20th. There will be 2 drag brunches that will be all ages, a $5 donation for children and $10 for adults, and that will be at Fiddlehead. We will have limited tickets, but they will be available for sale starting tomorrow. And then we will update everyone on more events that we can plan. We are planning a movie night right now. We're just getting the logistics of that figured out right now, but we will post that again on michigancitypride.com. Also, just as a reminder that the PFLAG community meeting is tomorrow and every first Wednesday of the month. This next meeting, again, due to COVID cases, will be virtual, and you can find the announcement on the Facebook page for PFLAG of Michigan City. And any information or anything, you can private message them with questions, or email them at mcpflag@gmail.com if you have any questions or need some resources within the LGBTQ community.
Thank you very much, Aaron. In spite of, there's still a lot happening during June for Pride. And you and your committee should be extremely proud of yourselves, because last year, absolutely nothing was able to be held. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we already had the report from Larry regarding the Renter-Tenant Rights Committee, but Albertine actually is the chair of that committee. So I guess the question that's on the table right now is, we talked about an educational component to that. So Albertine, are you going to continue calling meetings for the committee, keeping in mind that the direction has changed at this point in time?
Well, we're going to still try to work on something to keep the public informed, so that they know that we did try. And then there may be some other educational pieces or parts to that, like the federal government may override what the city does. I'm not sure. I'd have to talk to Larry about that. However, just we'll keep the information out there and let the public know what we can do and what they can do and their rights as far as tenants go.
Okay, and we do have a committee that's formed, so then I guess the committee members would be waiting from you and or Tatanisha as to when the committee would be convening again.
Okay, I'll give all my information to Tatanisha, and that would keep her abreast of what's going on too, and then we can have a meeting.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, Nancy.
Yes.
Yeah, I certainly think that's fine. I mean, to educate the public, and even we talked about looking at code enforcement, as far as the laws go, as far as the conditions of just buildings in general. This new law is just specifically having to do with landlord tenants and their relationship. So I think we'd be fine in doing some other things.
I do too. Thank you. Okay, we're down to old business now, and the Celebrating Naomi Anderson project comes under this. I sent out to everybody a letter and a sponsor/donor grid. I hope you had a chance to look at that before we got together. And I'm so sorry. I really thought I'd sent that out a couple of weeks, if not several weeks ago. So I have proposed that I would sponsor the Michigan City Human Rights Commission to actually be able to be a sponsor for this particular project, because quite frankly, we don't have the funds this year. And I know we've been working really hard to be able to cover our scholarships and whatever we do need to cover. So, wanted to open this up to discussion, and if people have thoughts or feelings on this, this is exactly what was done for the NAACP so that they were able to participate in the project also. Comments, thoughts?
I think it sounded good, your suggestion.
Okay, thank you, Marty. Now, I think it's important, Naomi Anderson, probably the most famous person to ever come out of Michigan City, and who has certainly been totally unrecognized up until this point in time. And to know that she was a champion for human rights, and that's what we're all about. So I really would like to, see us have a presence at the kickoff event that's happening on Juneteenth, and then also at the unveiling that's happening the first Friday in October. And this would guarantee that our, Michigan City Human Rights Commission name would appear on all of the programs and on the Facebook page and on the website and, everywhere else.
Nancy, this is Albertine. My next person, I haven't turned it in yet. We put some in the newsletter about a famous female that had contributed to the education, health, and welfare. And I've been tossing around the lady that I took her name to Marty to the school board to name the track and field after. I don't know how far we got with that, Marty. Because of the COVID and all the stuff that went on.
She's the athlete that you're talking about, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Barbara Jones Slater.
Barb Slater? Yeah.
Yes.
She was amazing. Yes.
She's a first, and I don't think anybody has broken her record, and she did that when she was 16. So some kind of way we need to look at how we can include her or do something separately. Marty, I don't know if the school has decided on a dedication date yet or not.
So, Mrs. Allen, usually what happens is the committees that actually bring forth us, they kind of like get that going. So, I mean, with COVID, we never did, but it's something we can look back and discuss.
Okay, because we turned our letter in and it was approved, but we couldn't have the event because of the COVID.
Because of COVID. Yeah. So we can go back and look at that and kind of get that dedication ceremony going again.
And not just minority health partners be a part of that, but I would like to include the Women's Commission as a part of that ceremony.
Okay, so Albertine, do you see the Human Rights Commission having any part of that or not?
I would like for the Human Rights Commission to be a part of that.
Okay, so can we put that on the agenda for next month then?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're
okay,
welcome.
So I guess that, okay, I'm sorry I got off track there.
So Nancy, were you asking the members of the commission to all make a donation toward this? Is that what you was asking?
No, I was just asking, I remember that Ted Tanisha had put $500 in the budget for this particular project. And what I had suggested is that we reduce that to $250. So I don't know, how we want to cover that. If we think, by October, would we have $250, or, another way we could look at it is, would commissioners, be willing to help sponsor the Human Rights Commission to be able to be included, in the donor list?
So Nancy, I think since we got it budgeted, I think since we have it budgeted, we should be clear to go forward. And if we're at that point, I'm willing to make a motion for us to accept the
Okay.
doing the 250 for in lieu of the donation to, or being part of the Naomi Anderson project.
Okay, so Marty, did you just make the motion?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll
Thank
second
you.
that. I second that.
Judy, thank you for seconding that. All in favor, say aye or put up your hand in the window. That would be helpful.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously. And thank you all very much. Pat, you're laughing. Why are you laughing?
That was Albertine.
Marty came in late.
So my hand was for yes, not nay. I'm sorry. I was trying to put my hand in. I'm delayed.
I knew it couldn't be nay because he made the motion.
That would have been unusual.
Okay, thank you all very much. And then Tanisha and I are going to be working on getting out the announcements for the essay contest that we had talked about before, and you approved that, so we don't need to go over any of that all again. And that will be a contest for elementary school students, middle school students, and then the high school students. And the children will be doing art projects much like they do for Black History Month, except this time it will be around Naomi Anderson. And then I have authored two questions for the middle school and the high school, and they are analytical type questions. So they're going to need to think a little bit about what Naomi did and if what she did, it applies today. And for the middle school students, I think it was more of a personal thing, them looking at her and seeing what sort of an influence she would have on their life currently. And then for the high school students, it was a meta-analysis that they actually would be looking at what's going on socially right now and what they think that Naomi Anderson would have to add to or would have to comment on what's happening with today's social justice movement. Okay? Okay, so that's that. New business? Tyra?
Okay, so with the consortium that is happening the first week of June, are we still planning on meeting that first week to assure that we got everything aligned, or what is that looking like?
Well, the commission meeting is June 1st, so it won't interfere because technically the Consortium Conference begins the second week of June. So we'll still be able to go about our regular course of business.
Okay.
And I think it would be really good for us to do that, just to be sure all of the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And if Tanisha is coming up with things for us to do, then we'd be able to, volunteer to help out.
Is it an option to put that in as a line item on the agenda to make sure that we got everything covered?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have two new agenda items now. One being our Olympian/Trek store, and then also the consortium. So Tanisha, if you could see both of those are in there, that would be great. Okay, and then Tanisha, did you raise your hand or were you just?
I did, but I believe Judy had something she wanted to add first.
No, I think I'm fine.
You're fine?
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to add that the Social Status also is sponsoring a scholarship. I think the amount is $500. It's named after Pastor Bill Ashley, if I'm not mistaken. Marty, can you help me out?
Yes. So the Michigan City Commission, the Commission on Social Status African American Males, we also have a scholarship which named after Reverend Bill Ashley. And the deadline for that is also the 14th. It's available to any African American male that is a student in the Michigan City Area School District, which includes Michigan City High School and Marquette also. We usually give out 2, but in the past couple of years, due to fundraising and funding, we've been only be able to give out 1. So we will be giving out 1 scholarship for sure this year. So again, if you all know of any person that fits those the criteria, please suggest to them to fill out the application. And again, just like our scholarship, that scholarship is in the high school too.
Okay. Any other new business?
Yes, please, Nancy. It's Diana.
Oh, hi, Diana.
How are you? I was wondering if we could possibly discuss having some type of meeting where we can start giving out items to some of our communities, individuals.
Okay, can we put that on the next agenda, please, since it's not on this one?
We can. It's like for personal hygiene items or whatever, and we can contact some of the churches and businesses to see if they want to donate. And then
yeah, let's put it on the agenda for next time. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we're moving on to public comment. Do we have any comments from the public?
Yes, I would like to just make the commission aware that the Michigan City chapter of Indiana Black Expo will be presenting on June 18th its first annual corporate luncheon. In this luncheon, we will honor and recognize individuals from the area who have achieved in different areas. We have the I Rise Award, which is the letter I, Rise. And it's given to a young person who graduated from Michigan City, went off to school, or did something in their life and they came back to Michigan City and now is doing wonderful things. This year, that award will go to Heather Simmons. She's the owner of Hermanus Harmony Spa. She went off to college and came back, and now she's an entrepreneur in our community. We will be giving out the Community Spirit Award, this is always a secret. We don't tell who it is until that day and that person is surprised. Marty was the first recipient of that award, and his mom helped us to make that a real surprise for him. And then we'll be giving out also 2 scholarships to schools from the Michigan City Area School at $750 each. And also we will be giving out the Lifetime Achievement Award, which is going to be going to Mr. Maymon Powers of Powers and Sons Construction Company. This man has a wonderful story to share of how he was able to overcome some adversity and achieve what he achieved. Our keynote speaker will be Ms. Tanya Bell McKenzie from our corporate office. She's the CEO and president of the Statewide Indiana Black Expo. So that's on Friday, June 18th at 11:30 at Blue Chip. But flyers and information will be going out later this week. Just wanted to make you all aware of that. You want to make sure you participate in it if you can.
Okay. Pat, how would people acquire tickets for that if they're interested?
They can call, our number is 219-879-6902. And they can get the information on getting the tickets. They're $40 each.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for announcing that. I appreciate it. Any other public comments? Okay, I do want to acknowledge that Mayor Perry has joined us today. So thank you very much. It's been enjoyable having you here. And if you would like to say anything, you're welcome to do that. If not, then you don't have to.
Well, thank you. It was a very, very good meeting. I enjoyed it, and I plan in the future on attending more.
Thank you so much. It was a joy to have you here. And then I also want to acknowledge Caleb Goodwin from Michigan City IT for being here to be sure that our meeting is being broadcast and also being recorded. And he's the one who graciously posts that every month on the My Michigan City Facebook My Michigan City Facebook page. And all of you can always go there and pick it up and share it on your individual Facebook timelines if you would like to do that. And also it looks like Mike Dempsey from Alco may be with us also. I'm never sure if it's him or if it's somebody from the office, but we really do appreciate all of the media and technical support that's provided to our Human Rights Commission and to all of the commissions and committees in Michigan City, actually. So thank you all very much. It takes a team. Otherwise, we're not able to do what we do. Okay, can I call for adjournment at 5:25?
I make a move, we adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Judy. And it looks like Pastor Carol seconded this time. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Your hand up in your box.
Don't
Okay.
be late, Marty.
Put your hand in your box.
Anybody opposed? Okay, thank you all. Have a great month. And we have a lot of things happening between now and the next time we get together.
Yeah. Thank you, Nancy. Great job.